Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at 4 action figures made by Mego, and they are of course the 4 members of Kiss, the rock band. And we're going to take a look at these up in the package, and interesting thing about these is it was a long wait between when we got the first 2, which were Target exclusives, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and then later on, I think like a year later, eventually they released these 2. So to get a full set was a little bit of a challenge, and I'm just sort of happy that I was able to, achieve it, because I know getting these last 2 can be a little rough, and so good luck to collectors out there at getting them, because right now it just seems like it's a little bit tough to get them. So, but as a set, once you have all 4, it really looks fantastic, and we'll take a look at each one up close. So you can see Gene Simmons. They decided to go with a molded head, molded hair, and on each figure, and I think that was a good choice rather than do the rooted hair, because the rooted hair tends to make the figure look really kind of messy, and I think this just works better as a modern aesthetic, versus the way they did it back in the original Mego line of Kiss figures. On each one, you see a word bubble that's different for each character, each member of the band, and the position of the faces changes on each thing. The character represented is pictured at the top, and then the position of the other 4 or the other 3 changes depending on which character it is. He comes with his axe guitar, and each one comes with like these elevated boots and sort of a unique outfit. You can see the real chains on this, so that's kind of a nice touch. So on Paul Stanley, aka Star Child, so you can see his makeup, really quite nice, and his outfit looks spectacular, and he gets his own unique guitar as well. So that's quite nice. On Spaceman, he also has his own unique guitar, and I love the detail and the painting on these ones in particular. It's really, very just looks sharp. I'm just sort of like super impressed that they were able to manufacture and produce these and get that level of detail and consistency on each one. So he has his own unique outfit as well. And last but not least, you get Catman. And again, really cool head sculpt on these. And, he compromise on here is you couldn't really do a full drum set with him. So he only gets 1 drum. He gets like a stand and then 1 drum. I think the point being that if they had included like a full drum kit, it would have made this figure a lot more expensive than the others. So I think they decided to make a compromise, and that kept it reasonable, so that each figure was around $12 to $14 a piece, depending on where you got them. So on the back, you can see a picture of the 4 members of the band again. So really great. And for the rest of the video, we're going to take a look at Gene Simmons out of the package. So let's stay tuned. So here you can see Gene out of the package. And as you can see, he will stand on his own. And he does have the ability to hold his guitar as well. So that's really nice. And I'm going to go over the articulation with you real quick. We got a spin at the head. No front and back or side to side on that, just a spin. At the shoulder, you can spin 360, and you can also extend out. So you just got to be careful not to dislodge the shoulder. You get a single joint at the elbow, and then at the wrist you get this kind of movement, and then you also get a spin. So you get a lot of posability at the wrist. At the waist, you get side to side. You get some front and back, and a pivot. Quite a bit of posability in Mego, surprisingly. And then at the waist, or at the hip, he can kick out this far, kick forward, kick back, and there's a little bit of this kind of motion this way as well. So as I told you before in other videos, these figures are held together with 2 O-rings that crisscross inside the torso. So it gives almost the simulation of a ball joint. And then in the leg, you get a single joint at the knee, and then the boot is in 2 parts, the pleather part at the top and then the plastic part at the bottom, which allows for articulation at the ankle. So if this had been a single molded piece, the amount of articulation would have been limited. So the fact they did this in 2 parts gives you, some ankle articulation back and forth. So that's kind of nice. It gives it a little bit more posability than you would have had otherwise. So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Your support is much appreciated. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel, because I will be reviewing other Mego toys in the future. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.